Sea urchins are some of the oldest animals on Earth. Their fossil record goes all the way back to the late Ordovician, about 450 million years ago. They've survived multiple mass extinctions and are still around today. Over time, they've evolved into more than 900 species. One thing all sea urchins have in common is their teeth. Their basic tooth structure has barely changed for hundreds of millions of years, and maybe that's one of the secret weapons that helped them survive. So today, let's talk about what makes this secret weapon so special, and why it may have helped sea urchins make it through several mass extinctions. Because if you want to survive, just having a mouth isn't enough. What really matters is being able to keep getting the food you need to stay alive. Sea urchins usually feed on algae, growing on rocks or coral surfaces. To eat that algae, they have to scrape it off the surface, kind of like shaving with a razor. That means their teeth need to stay sharp and durable for a long time. So how do they do that? At the center of every sea urchin is a complicated jaw structure called Aristotle's lantern. It has 5 teeth connected to a calcified support structure, and it's controlled by dozens of muscles. Unlike animals, such as modern sharks and crocodilians that replace their teeth, sea urchin teeth just keep growing, kind of like a rat's, but they don't sharpen in quite the same way. A rat basically grinds its teeth into a sharp edge, while a sea urchin does something more like wearing down the old edge to reveal a new one underneath. So how exactly does that work? Each sea urchin tooth can be divided into 3 parts along its length: the chewing part, the midshaft, and the plumula. The plumula keeps producing new tooth material to make up for the chewing part that gets worn down. If you look at the tooth in cross-section, it also has 3 main parts. The stone part is at the center and does most of the heavy work. It's the hardest part of the tooth. The keel acts like a support structure and is a bit less hard. Then there's the primary plate area, which has a more complex layered structure. This is also where most of the self-sharpening happens. So overall, a sea urchin tooth isn't just one solid uniform piece. It's made of different mineral structures arranged in different ways. Some parts are designed to break in a controlled way when the tooth is under stress or being worn down. As the tip gets used and starts to go dull, specific calcite plates on the outer layer break off first. That removes the worn, blunt part of the tooth and exposes a fresh, sharp layer underneath. So the tip becomes sharp again. Because the tooth is constantly growing and constantly shedding worn material at the same time, it can stay sharp for a very long time. In 2019, scientists finally got to watch this process happen in real time using in situ scanning electron microscopy. They pressed sea urchin teeth against a diamond surface under constant stress. At first, the tooth tip got slightly flattened. Then under the microscope, the outer calcite plates started to separate, crack, and peel off piece by piece. Every time a fragment broke away, a new sharp edge was exposed. So through the whole process, the tooth was basically sharpening itself. Pretty cool, right? Thank you for watching, and see you next time.